Hey, what is up guys? My name is Andy. Welcome to the show. Today we have a special watch for me right now that is the Grand Seiko SBGH 273, the SHÖBUN dial. This watch is just beautiful, and I know this watch is better than the Rolex Datejust. So I just bought this watch like a week ago and it is just beautiful. So why am I comparing this watch to the Datejust? Well, it is actually almost the same watch as the Datejust, minus the magnification on the date, the let's say the lume, the extension on the clasp, and that the fact is that it's not a Rolex and it depreciates instead of appreciating on the market. But here on the channel, and for me, watches are not for trading. Yes, it's nice that your watch could hold its value or gain value, but it's all about, for me, it's all about enjoying the watch. And yeah, just that. Yes, I care if my watch depreciates or appreciates, but it's not why I take a decision to buy a watch or not. If I buy the watches that I like, and this watch it's beautiful. It just got me in love with Grand Seiko in general. Grand Seiko for me was a brand that I wouldn't even turn to look at. And right now, I am telling you, you are missing on Grand Seiko. You're missing something on your wrist, and the joy of owning an incredible dial, incredible movement, and really incredible softness on this watch. It just wears beautiful. I really like how it plays with my wrist with this watch, how it feels on the wrist. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel top heavy. It doesn't feel unbalanced. It doesn't feel that in some kind of weather it's just too tight. It just feels perfect. Yes, that doesn't mean that Grand Seiko could add especially at the price point, they could add a micro adjustment system, because they could. This is not a butterfly clasp. This is a mill clasp that is just like this, and I think that they could do this. They could implement the IWC method of doing the micro adjustment. That is, you push the logo on the clasp and you can get that micro adjustment. So maybe they could add that. And why not? If we're talking about the bracelet, I would like to see female links with this watch, not male links. But the thing is that it just wears nicely. It wears cool, it wears nice. It is a 40mm watch. It has 100 meters of water resistance, a screwed on crown, a movement that is just beautiful and incredible. It vibrates at 36,000 vibrations per hour. It has an accuracy of -3 +5 seconds a day. It is regulated at 6 positions by 12 days. And you have shock resistant, magnetism, anti-magnetism, and you have a system that is the MEMS system, that is the micro electromechanical system. That this means that some parts, and very important parts of the watch, they are done to get them lighter and softer, so you can use more of the watch for more years and not get into service or maybe damaging the watch just by use. So that's an incredible thing. And it has the SPRON 610, that this means that it has the double shock resistance and the double magnetism from other mechanical watches that Grand Seiko has. So this is incredible. It has a 55-hour of power reserve. That is just incredible for if you're gonna wear this maybe every day. You won't even notice it. You can take it out the weekend and maybe put on and on Monday, and maybe it's going to be still running. So this watch is just beautiful. The accuracy is incredible, and just the movement itself. I didn't know about all this. I read it on the website, and it's just beautiful, incredible to know that the watch is very capable. So this could be an everyday watch, and I gotta watch it, go everywhere, do anything watch. And it really does. It just feels beautiful on the wrist. It comes with two half links, and I think that they are the perfect proportions, because I took one full link and two half links, and the watch just feels beautiful on my wrist. It doesn't feel looser than I wanted or tighter than I wanted. It just feels perfect. The balance on the watch, the center balance of the watch is just beautiful. They actually talk about that. They actually do something for the watch to be super balanced, and then you can do this and the watch does not go all the way up here or all the way down here. It just stays on the middle of your wrist. It's just beautiful. You can feel that. It doesn't feel top heavy at all. And it's not that the watch is not heavy. The watch itself is 154 grams with all the links. But if you take the links right now, my watch is I think 134 grams, taking out the links. So you have the date, and that's why I am comparing it to the Datejust, because the Datejust has the date. It has, it's just done beautifully, and it's Rolex. I know that Rolex is beautiful, and I really think that if Rolex would be available right now, I would go for a Datejust, yes, but it's not available. Rolex does appreciate in value. Grand Seiko doesn't, but I found out that they could hold its value very well. But this watch just feels better than the Datejust. It does incredibly well. It just does the same things as the Datejust, and it's just beautiful to see the Sriracha polishing on the case and on the indexes and the hands. It just blows my mind away to see how it can interact with the light, and in every setting of light you can see the watch. Maybe not pitch black because it doesn't have lume, but in almost every single situation you can see the watch very nice, and you can see the hour, and it just plays incredible with the light, with the sunlight, with the office lights, and with the AD lights. It just feels nice on the wrist. Every time you see the time on the watch, you just got into the dial, and you got lost into the dial, because it's just beautiful. This watch has kind of a linen dial. It has a subtle texture and it's just spot on, beautiful. It just pops off the wrist, pops off the of the watch, and it's kind of the Seamaster Professional that pops off from the dial from the watch. It's kind of like that, but very different. It's just spot on, and the Sriracha polishing on the case, this is just beautiful. It has some steps on the dial, on the case, sorry, and it has some angles to it that are very nicely polished with Sriracha polishing, and in the sides you have the brush finishing that it just looks beautiful. I really like to see the lines of the polishing. It's just nice to see that. This watch does not have a bezel. The Rolex Datejust does have a bezel, and that bezel is very shiny, and the thing is that you can bump very easy that bezel, and you're gonna see scratches there. This one does not have, and you only see the crystal popping off the case, and it's like a top hat, very nice box sapphire crystal, and it's just beautiful. It feels nice, and when you see the watch, you can appreciate those details, and it makes the watch a bit smaller. I think it doesn't feel that big. It's 40 millimeters in diameter, so the watch wears nicely, and the polishing on the sides and on the front of the side of the watch makes it kind of smaller, because it blends with the light of the ambience, so it just feels a bit smaller. You can only see and you can be aware just of the dial. I think that they were thinking about that like this, and I think that this is a better case than the white birch and the night birch and those that has the 9SA5 movement. This is a better case. It has different angles and different polishing throughout the watch, and it just looks incredible, feels nice, and very, very luxury. So one thing that this watch has then the Rolex Datejust doesn't is the lock holes. That makes it very easy to change it to another strap if you like. I wouldn't change it because this is very comfortable on the wrist. It's super creamy. I don't know how to explain it, but it's very creamy, very soft, super buttery smooth on the wrist. It's just, the feeling of the watch is just beautiful. And with Rolex, yes, it's soft and it could glide your wrist nicely, but this one does it better. This just feels incredible. I really, really like how this feels. So, in conclusion, does this watch is better than the Rolex? For me, yes. What do you think, guys? Let me know in the comments down below. Do you think that Grand Seiko is especially this Grand Seiko, this SHÖBUN dial, this SBGH273 is better than the Rolex Datejust? Let me know in the comments down below. What do you think? If you think that Grand Seiko is better or Rolex is better, and let me know why you think that. So thank you guys for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. It really does help to the channel, and subscribe if you want to see more about Grand Seiko and my other watches and other watches that I review. Thank you guys for watching, and remember, I am Andy and I'll be here spending time watching time.